Alright, gonna stream a little tournaments on Lichess. We're gonna play whatever the bullet tournament they have is. Let's go this one. We have to late join one already going. That's a shame. I should have planned this better. Alright, let us join the hourly bullet arena. We are way behind, but have 30 minutes to compete. 205th place, strong. I bet I can finish higher than that. Here we go. No ban, please. Suspicious name. Set up sort of London-like, because they're not really intruding. I don't mind this exchange. I'll play g6 if they attack the pawn, and it gives me added control of e4, making it harder for black to achieve their likely desired break. I probably shouldn't take there. Let's just bring the bishop back, try to get the knights on d5 and e4. Threatening bishop c5. They allowed it. Let's keep improving my pieces. I don't really have knight c3. Alright, let's make sure they don't have knight b5 annoyances. Tempo on the a3 knight. Don't want them to have that square. Let's hit the rook and then just come back. Probably not useful. Okay, probably going to play f4. Yeah, let's push it, go for e3. Now I do have to worry about the e4 pawn. Okay, I think I can trade queens. Where does my knight go? Maybe h5, g3? Apparently not. Blundered this. Okay, they can take on c6, and I am busted. Alright, this is a little easier to meet. Their rook does not yet have an infiltration. Okay. Blundered a pawn here. Okay, I guess king d5. Playing much too slow though. This is just going to be a loss. Nope, don't want to pre-move that. Okay, I don't know why they pre-moved this. I'm playing into a loss here. Yeah. Alright, but too slow anyway. Alright. Bad start. Let's play knight f3, e3, and c4. Kind of an e3 poison type setup. Try to take on d5 and win tempo on the queen. Because if they have to recapture with the queen, they're going to lose time. I feel like if I swap queens, their pawns might become weak really quickly. Yeah, for instance here, they've already dropped a pawn and a second one. I'll come out with check and then play d4. Okay, I'm happy for them to fix my pawns. Maybe I'll play knight c4 check. Hope they trade, though they shouldn't. It's not check, what am I saying? Alright, play for f3 and e4 maybe. Maybe knight a5 is a nice move because their bishop's awkward. I still like it. Knight e4 was also very good and much better. Okay. And could I have taken on b7? I don't know what I'm doing. We're just making moves here. But now we get to push our center pawns. Apparently there's a network error on my stream. Interesting. Alright. What am I doing? My bishop's not defended. What I was doing was sort of knight c5, but I thought my bishop was defended as well. Complete lunacy here. Don't know what this move is either. Geez, I am throwing dc6. Oh, no, it's with check. Have I ever been this oblivious? Who knows? Alright, d7, bishop f6, and I've managed not to blow this, despite my best efforts. Alright, that is a queen, and that is checkmate. Let's make sure my stream's working. Now, I have lost internet on the computer I'm checking with. Interesting. Seem to still have internet here. One sec, technical problems. Alright, well, we may as well go back to tournament. Christmas Day disaster, but I am in the top 200. Mission accomplished. And my computer has turned off. What is going on? Alright, let's play in English, when in doubt. Let's take over the center if they're going to give me the chance. Maybe play d5 to paralyze their bishop at some point, but no need to rush it. Okay, I guess now I'll play it. Maybe knight d4 to c6 at some point. Okay, don't want to lose the pawn. I think pushing it looks good to me. Sort of IC6, they don't really have discoveries. Let's keep pieces on. I have more space. They're a little cramped. I think I'll be able to use the space better. Should I have been looking for b4? Not yet, because my knight on c3 is weak. Okay, I'm going to keep avoiding trades. Log in on my other computer. Did I mistype my password? Yes, I did. Alright, maybe now b4, because the knight is awkward. And it's the only defender of e6, so I just want to play d6 and knight e6 if given the chance. Alright, I think I can leave everything where it is. Nothing's attacked, so let's bring my queen to a more useful square. Keep knight e6 in the air. Okay, not sure why they gave me this. Let's keep b4 defended. Probably rook e1 next. Only really have to worry about mates on g2 or... Ooh, have I created problems for myself? I may have. Queen e3 is gonna, or this is going to win an exchange. And threaten mate at the end. So I guess I have to defend, because bishop d3, they have bishop takes g2. I would predict knight g4 here. Alright, I do not want to take that for obvious reasons. Got to speed up. I'm hanging c3, so this is turned around very badly for me. Nope, hung mate. Alright, what a disaster. Okay, let's come back and defend the mate. Try to keep the game going. Gonna play h3, king h2, come out to g3, I guess. They should play rook c2. Alright, I guess this works as well. Alright, let's step out of checks, make a check of my own, and got them on the clock. That was terrible, but I was trying to get my other computer up. Alright, now we're going to concentrate, we're going to play well. We're on fire. It's all going to be okay. I'm going to play a Caro-Kann. They're going to bring out their queen ridiculously early. I'll probably play bishop g4 at some point. Okay, they prevented that. I was thinking knight a6 to b4 might inconvenience them, but they are always going to play c3 at some point. Okay. Look to undermine their queen side. I don't see a threat, so I'm going to take this. They don't have a bishop h3 yet. Now they won't have it at all. Should I take on d2? No, I don't think so. I'll just win time against the rook this way. And I guess put pressure on e4. Alright, they're going to give me e4. Now I might have queen b4 check. That's a little annoying for them. And maybe just support the knight, though the queen was already defending it, but just make sure everything's under control. Let's keep it all locked down. Happy to trade. Trades for days. That's a pin. Is it a useful pin? Not sure. I'll play h6 at some point just to make sure I'm never mated. Pre-move rook h1. Alright, let's just get my pawn majority going. That pawn makes it a bit harder for their king to come over to stop my other pawns. Alright, let's just get this pawn a little further, keep them pinned to it, or trapped with it. Not pinned. Pinned has a meaning in chess. Alright, 2 queens should be enough. And it is. Alright. Still on fire. Can we move into the top 100? I think we can. Gotta go faster. Also gotta stop just missing hanging things. Alright, 1400. Let's play another Caro-Kann. So if white trades the e-pawn, I think the f-pawn is sort of misplaced. They can't castle here because of queen b6. Yeah, so the f-pawn's just kind of awkward to have there. Like, it feels aggressive. I should have retreated somewhere that defends the pawn, of course. it feels aggressive, but it's just so often going to be a weakness. It makes the king less safe. It's hard to advance. Am I blundering g4 ever? I'll just take this so I'm not. Try to play bishop e7 and get castled. Again, I just don't think the f-pawn does much here. I can take that, I think. I can take that too. I shall take all the things I am granted. Threaten queen d1. If bishop e3, maybe queen d3. Because if queen takes f7, I don't have queen d1 because of rook f1, but it's close. But I guess I just don't have it. Alright, bring out a piece. They can discover on my queen. I guess I gotta go like queen d5 or something at some point then. But I am now giving back too much material. Now I might get threats on g2 someday. Let's step out of the pin so I can bring the knight in. Alright, don't see the point. I shall keep taking. And now I do have queen d1. Alright. My promised better play has not yet come. But I think f4 with e4 and then trading the e-pawn is pretty important. Because white just can't get away with that without then having to be very careful of different tactical possibilities. Maybe I'll undermine the pawns, because if e4 moves, then c4 gets weak. They have bishop b4 check. So I'm going to try to get castled quick. a4 will at some point undermine their queen side. ab5 is still annoying for them. I should throw knight g5 at some point, because their bishop is awkward. I have d5 now. I have to keep their queen defending that square. Whenever the pieces are like this and there's a pawn nearby, always dangerous. Ooh, doesn't it feel like my queen should have a good square? I don't see one though, and I shouldn't spend too long on this, so I'll just come back. Okay, that looks like their king now will have very little protection. If bishop e7, they're just allowing the discoveries. Okay, I'll take this. And then I don't want to play queen d6 yet, because their queen defends, but if I can trade rooks first, then I can come into d6. And does bishop f7 win? Let's try it, because it's fun. If nothing else, I'll check. If they go to f8, I'll go to e7 and grab the knight. But this looks pretty good, because queen g4 next is mate. Yeah. Alright, that was cool. There's one for the I won't say fans, maybe fan. Good finish. Alright, been playing the Caro-Kann. Take on e4, play knight f6, play bishop d6, get castled quickly, play rook e8. Kind of make these moves automatically, then start thinking, where do I want my bishop? They've given me f5, so I guess I'll go there. Usually then I want to play knight d7 to f8. Okay, here I'll pin the knight, because d4 is awkward. I could have taken d4 that turn. Probably should have. I'm going to swing the knight to f8. It really secures up everything around my king. Alright, just defend it. No need for anything trying to be clever. Maybe my bishop comes to d5 now. That seems a nice square. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Knight e6 or g6? I guess e6 has access to more useful squares, but I'm worried about d5 winning time against it. So I'm actually going to try to move into an endgame now, where... Ooh, that's a good point. If they play c6, I'll play b5 so they can't connect the pawns. They should take back d. They didn't. Now I start having a chance to invade. Alright, they did stop that. So I'll play rook c8, make it harder for them to push the pawn. And then try to use my control of the b-file. Maybe f5, f4. Ooh, no, I gave them knight e5. What a ridiculous move. Alright, we'll have to chase the knight out. We can't let them keep that square. They almost have knight d7. Maybe they did. Alright, gonna try to push f4. Make sure my knight's defended so they don't have bishop moves. We'll take back h because I really want to keep control of e5. Make a check. And then try to maybe open some files against their king. Alright, I do have to take that. Oh, no, this is gone silly. And I have to speed up, of course. Even here, alright, made progress with my king. It's got to go fast. Yeah. Alright, went fast enough. Very suspicious. I got a nice position out of the opening. I'm not sure where I should have put the light squared bishop. G4 might have been right, but with their bishop on e2, it didn't make sense to me. F5 was always going to be questioned. Am I happy to trade the light squared bishops? I'm not sure. I think when they've castled kingside, I probably need the dark squared bishop more than the light. So maybe I am happy to trade it. Alright, let's go the undermine the center path. Now we get a French, but my bishop can come out. And that seems a pretty big advantage over the normal French. Yeah, so that bishop is their best piece. I don't think they should be excited to trade it. Probably come into c4. Maybe play queen a6. Because they only have one piece that is good at defending the light squares, and that's their queen at this point. And so if I trade that off, I feel they just have very little control over that color complex. No need to grab the bishop. Or take on a3? No, I don't think so. Just bring out the pieces. Is h5 useful to prevent them ever having g4? Maybe. Let's throw it in. Let's double on the c file. Try to control the key file. Sure. Grab the file, keep all the pawns secure. I'm going to win d4, and then my knight will have checks. Let's keep my pawn for now. And then grab d4. Knight e2 and knight f3 don't really do anything yet, but they might at some point. Actually, yeah, let's just grab some pawns. Why not? Maybe knight g4 coming next. Alright, happy to trade a pair of rooks. I'll play rook b7 maybe. Don't get that move. Don't get that move. But I think it's just time scrambling. Just thinking sacking pieces will, yeah. Oops, misclick. Alright, just want to make sure I don't stalemate them at any point, but I'm going to grab a queen. And then I'm going to swing my queen to the a file. Alright. I think in those positions, if you're trying to clock someone, if it's like 14 seconds to 14 seconds, you may be able to give up pieces in ways that slow them down, but it makes it a lot easier for them to make their next moves after you have given up all your pieces. I think you should start sacrificing with a bit less time left on the clock than they did. I probably can't pre-move that, because a lot of people play From's Gambit. This is not From's Gambit. This is a different version. I'm going to develop calmly. Do I want to rip on c6? I'll leave it for now, but I have a lot of pressure against c6 and e5, I think, here. That's a blunder. I can keep the knight. Alright, don't know what my opponent is doing offering a draw. This is not what I would call a drawn position. Maybe c3 and d4. Normally that feels a little slow, but here, with their pieces all, awkward. Alright, we'll slowly walk out of the pins. Now knight f5 is probably coming. I really want to sack somewhere. Why, though? Just up a rook. I'll take an extra pawn. Why not? Do I have to worry about bishop b7? No. Do I have to worry about bishop g4? I don't think so. I probably should have threatened h6. Alright, they offer to draw again. This is just bad form. Yeah. Alright, let's play the mate. Okay. What you gonna do? Ooh, I'm top 30. Yes. Lost rating to get there, but Let's go knight f3, e3, c4. I'm going to play this. Ooh. Against that, I often like to go queen b3 to hit the weak b7 pawn now that they've put out their bishop. I kind of see their bishop coming out as this cue that, aha, now is the time to go for the weak pawn. So now I have the two bishops, and I don't think black has... I meant to play queen c2. I don't think black has a lot for it. Alright, let's not hang a pawn. Let's go to c2, where I wanted to go. I would like to push e4. Yeah, I think I want e4 before they get in e5. Though e5 is a good idea for them. This is very reasonable. I blundered bishop e5. Ooh, just losing on the spot. Can I even make it complicated? Let's go to g4, so I threaten bishop h6. It doesn't do anything, their bishop can just come back. Alright, I'm going to have to speed up now. Now they have pieces in a pin, but it doesn't matter because they can take the check. If they move their queen, maybe I get bishop d6. Ooh. Alright, well, back alive. Ah. Okay. Alright. Man. The only one playing worse than me today is my opponents. That seems rude of me, but making a lot of casual errors. Alright, we're gonna play good, they're gonna play good. We'll have a good game of chess. Right. Let's play Queen's Gambit accepted, play a6, hint at b5. Just try to hold the pawn. e5, I'm not in a pin. Can I play b4 and c3? I like that idea. Then I get this pawn wedge. I'll take back e. Making sure my b4 pawn's defended. I'm still on e4. Maybe I'll take and then play c3. Now they'll probably play bishop c4, just try to keep the pawn defended. I would have played bishop d6, but I didn't want to be annoyed by checks before castling. Ooh, I blundered, yep. Shouldn't have pre-moved bishop takes, pawn takes. I have to take back bishop if so, because they had rook a8, queen a8, and rook e7 there. Now it's going better though. Alright, let's try to trade a pair of rooks. My c3 pawn should be... oops. Should be very good in all endgames. But now it seems unneeded. But I will turn it into a new queen. Amusingly, their king still doesn't have luft. So I got pretty lucky this one too. But just simple chess. Threatening queen h1 checkmate. Alright. Top 12! What a comeback. I used to play Spirit Chaser a lot, I think. Yeah, I've played them 34 times, but not in recent times. Alright, they beat us the first game, so I'm going to stay a little quieter and try to play a little faster. Oops. Trying to push f5, because I think it's a little annoying for them. Because they usually have to give up the bishops one way or another. They chose this way. Oh, and I have blundered my bishop. Ah, what a disaster. Alright, let's threaten c7 and hang my knight. Jeez. I guess I gotta play here now. They're threatening mate. Okay, well, this has gone horribly wrong. Is there going to be any way to complicate? So they're threatening knight g3 and like queen h5. Yeah, that is good. Alright, gotta make a square for my king on h2. Of course, knight g3, king h2, queen f4 now is crushing. Yep, queen f4. I can resign, I think. That might be just as good. Alright, the threat is knight f1. Can I extend the game? I guess so. They should play on knight f1, king g1, queen h2, king takes f1, and queen g2 mate. Yep, nice. Well played. Alright, blundered the bishop with bishop g5, missed the check entirely. Nicely played by my opponent. Crushed me twice. Alright, we're sticking with the Caro-Kann this tournament. I'm going to play the knight f6 line. I quite like it. Bishop d6, castles, rook e8. Here, h5 is this curious space-gaining move. Going to come to f8, bishop e6. I will trade for that because I want my light-squared bishop. Play b5 and a5, a4 before queen d5. I don't believe this, so I'll take it. Still don't believe. Not a believer. I could leave her if I tried. Alright, let's threaten a2 now. Seems like a reasonable moment. And I'm just having trouble seeing what they're doing at all, so I'll just play a5, a4, I think. Okay, what about g5? Huh. Okay. Maybe I have problems now. I do have problems now. Alright, I'm gonna force queens off. So now I'm just terribly lost on the clock. Played this much too slow. Now I can't stop the pawn. Fair enough. Yeah, I should resign this. Alright, that was pretty bad. I'm going to fall under 2,500. That hasn't happened for, I don't know, a month. Probably less than that. Whew. Bad run. Alright, we already played Wendy chess once. I was duly disappointed in them. I thought the position they played on in was somewhat rude, and the way they played on, but I should probably calm down about it and make some moves. e5, e4, doesn't work. Let's castle. Be a6 next. Alright. I hung a pawn, of course, because that is what I do. Opening up my king, but making sure I win the piece. My knight comes to g6, though, and it should be hard for them to checkmate me. They don't have bishop g6 because I take their queen. That might seem useless, but if their queen was on, you know, a light square, that would be a kind of typical tactic. Gonna trade some pieces and maybe play queen g5, knight f4 at some point. But probably not now. That doesn't work. Okay. Close to the top 10. Can we do it? Just gotta win one game. Let's go back to the e3 poison stuff. I like just leaving the d-pawn alone for a little and seeing how white develops before I commit to moving it. And then maybe it hits hard a little later. I'll try to trade off their good bishop, because I think their b7 bishop has a lot of potential, while their e7 bishop is usually a bit more passive. So I'm happy to trade off this one. Maybe it's time to start expanding. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to keep a bunch of pieces on. I wanted to trade that bishop, but I don't really want other trades. Try to keep an eye on d5, because that is the break they're building for. And they think they can play it. I might be right. Alright, let's play e5. And then take knight d4, maybe come to b5 and d6 in some possible universe. Uh-huh. Reasonable. I appear to have hung a pawn. I would like to play f5. Okay. You're making a lot of good points here. Threatening mate. Always check might be mate. E3 threatens G2. Very lucky I have this block. Okay, I'll take the queen. And I have queen d8 check at the end. It's useful here that they have no checks against my king. And I have some checks against theirs. Ah, too slow. Ooh, bad tournament for me. Alright, I'm going to play one more today, because that went very poorly, but I think can play better. Can try not to fall under 2,500. Ooh. Nice job, 83 points. That's a lot. Managed to berserk at least twice, 3 times. Yeah, I find it very hard to berserk and bullet. This is a strong showing. I wonder what their performance rating was. 2,600. Well done. Alright. And now we can join the hourly bullet. Ooh. Alright. I get a little worried when I think I'm late joining because I feel like it's slightly unfair, but didn't really have a choice with the last tournament still playing. So, you know, maybe I'll get paired with Matsui and we'll have a good game. Yeah. Okay. Queen's Gambit declined exchange. Gonna play a quick bishop d3, queen c2, h3, which is a little obscure. Knight ge2. Normally the choice is between knight e2 or knight f3. And I like these castles queenside lines. And I can recapture that. I'm looking to play rook g1 and g5. I'll just sidestep. Okay, probably got to build up g5. So let's go for it. If they play b5, I might be able to grab on c6. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be able to. Right, let's just load up on that g6 pawn. Gonna play h5 next and blast through. No need to sacrifice anything. Now I threaten queen d3, as well as various rook moves. Now I threaten rook h7 checkmate. How do they avoid that? I'm not sure. Alright, they're going to give the queen. How can I swing my queen in usefully? Now I just got to be careful not to hang a weird back rank. But I didn't, despite my best efforts. Let's threaten queen g7. Maybe come queen f6 next. Alright, they resigned. Okay, that was a nice win and the Queen's Gambit declined. I like that line. Just push the g-pawn and, you know, blast their position open. In that game, at least, they never got their queenside action running. They really got to try to push b5 faster, but it's hard if I'm on c6. So it's a tough line. So let's go c4 again. This is supposed to be bad, but I never punish it well. I'm supposed to get really good compensation if they take on d2, but whenever someone does take on d2, I fail to get said compensation. Just grab on e6, give them the worst pawn structure, and then, ooh, they made a problem for themselves on the d file. They should have moved one away first. Okay, simple chess. Yeah. Alright, got lucky on a blunder there, but we're in first, doing much better than the last tournament already. Beat 2 strong opponents. Admittedly, one was a bit lucky. Tournaments are tough. You just have to, like, keep up a pretty reasonable level of play for so many rounds. Okay. Gonna expand on the queen side. I don't know about bishop e5. I don't know that white wants to give the bishops too early unless they're really looking to grab a pawn. And given that they weren't, not sure what this was all about. The break in the center makes sense, though. This is a weakness for me. And they should aim to target it. Though it's hard for them to bring more pieces. So maybe knight c2, e3 at some point. Yeah! No, they're playing well. Alright, I guess I take and pretend I've invaded. They attack the pawn. I'll support my rook. My pawn's still currently defended because their bishop isn't on it. I think the queen trade helps me because it gives me rook a8. They can play over b1, actually. Okay. I was hoping my knight on b4 is stable and strong. Alright, let's fight their pawn. Playing good. Alright, let's make a waiting move and maybe swing the bishop to b6. Try to go after the pawn. I'm worried I'll be lining up too many pieces on the b file. I still have d5 defended. No, I still have d5 defended, I'm sorry. Don't allow knight e7, that's clever. This is a strong 1400. I'm going to be very careful about some back rank things, so I'm going to drive the knight away while I have the chance. Now I guess I can take on d4 and threaten f2. Right, let's try to move the knight away. Okay. We should take the bishop. Yeah, this was another mistake. But man, they played well. I'm threatening a back rank. Alright. Oh. Nicely played. Good game. Applied pressure on the right squares, made the right breaks. Had a good sense to just push their pass pawn up the board. Well played. Okay, did not do well my last Scandinavian. But I do like this weird little system where I push for f5. Okay. With f4 played, it'll be, or with c5 played, it will be harder for me to blunder a bishop on g5. Huh. Maybe I should have taken on b5. Not sure. It's one of those moves where you just assume your opponent has calculated it correctly. I guess I'll grab now. I can put a knight on e4, but I probably shouldn't because they'll take and play f5. So instead I'm going to defend it with the queen. Now... Ooh. Ooh. I have genuine troubles here. Bishop d4 check is coming. Yeah. I didn't want to allow knight e3. So if I played rook a1, knight e3, rook e3, bishop d4 was really strong for them. I guess I'll block this way, try to play c3, and start hoping to extricate. I blundered rook h2. What am I doing? Yeah. Terrible. Alright, well, a formerly going well tournament just went not so good. Apparently one-move threats are beyond me. That's how you get the master title, is you don't see one-move threats. Let's play QGD. Nope, let's not. Alright, I like queen b6 here, hit the b2 pawn now that the bishop's out. These pawns advance quite quickly. The a pawn is pinned. I guess get my bishop out before playing e6. I think they should not take on c6. I think that is usually a mistake. Now it's a little harder for them to get in the e4 break, and that is their key break. Oh, shoot. Now I can't play a... I've blundered again. But luckily I have a rook c8 to b8 here, and then I can take on b2. But I'm very lucky to have had that. I totally missed that knight c6 checks could come at really bad moments for me. Alright, well, my king's going to go on defensive duty. The king is not the ideal defensive piece. Rook b1 might be good here for them. Okay, I'll play c3. I'm still on a3, and maybe knight c4 comes sometime. So rook there, rook a3, rook b2, knight c4 was my hope. I'm on e3. And if I take e3 with the knight, I do defend. Let's try to undermine their pawn a bit. I can play e6 check, but now their rook is really tied to that pawn. Okay. Just try to get a supporter for my knight, get a pawn to f4. Okay, we achieved that. Now I might play a rook check. Guess I'll come back now that their pawn's defended. Yeah. Gotta speed up too. Okay. Should be able to check them here. The rook's pretty strong. Ugh. Alright, in second, but not on fire, and so much of the field is on fire, that even if I win my next game, I'm probably going to be like 7th, because everyone's just going to be amassing so many more points. Just can't lose games like that. Right? Let's play a more open game. Everyone playing these like basically queen pawn specials, where you just try to play a very stable structure you can play quickly. Reasonable strategy. They're going for the a stonewall type setup. I'm going to give up a pawn. I still have the 2 bishops, and I get to chase out their knights, and I just don't feel like dealing with them. I have some pressure on f4, but not really. Let's play bishop e4, because if their knight moves, then I can maybe take f4. So I'll probably have to play knight f2. Now I'll come back. Still on f4. Not too difficult for them to defend, but... Can I blast things open? What if I go crazy? Alright, they believed that it was scary, but I can apply more pressure. Now I'm on g3. If I trade the bishop and get my knight to f4, that's a very good knight. Ooh, they do seem to have everything covered at the moment, though. Huh. I don't know. Alright, my queen was better on c7. Not sure what I'm doing. I just never found a path through. The knight's defended stuff. Alright, hit the queen, and then figure out what to do about the pawn. I now can come into g3, though. The king goes to f1, knight e3, so the king has to go to h1, and then I take on f2. Alright, they chose one of the 2 poisons, but now I win f3. The queen's just very strong. Alright. Maybe getting some mojo back. Who knows? Alright, only dropped to 4th. And we're on fire, so we're not going to be dropping quite as many points. But Matsui is now on fire, and, is probably playing their next game. But there's a big pack here. The top 6 are all within a couple points. 11 to 13. So whoever rattles off a bunch of wins at the end is gonna take this one. You can see the pin variation now. Alright, I like to take against the 4 knights usually. And then play c4. If bishop b4 check, I'm going to play king e2. If knight e3, I believe queen d3 is the move. Weirdly, any other move is pretty bad. Now let's ask their queen what it's doing. And then chase their bishop. Guess get some queenside expansion. Let's just lock it down. No queenside play for you. Allowing rook a2. Ooh! We've done it again. We have done it again. Nope, that's a bad move. Alright, can just maybe hold off the queen. And ahead on the clock. Yeah, rook b5 is a good move. Alright, no trades. The more pieces are on, the better chance I have to get a lucky clocking. Because I am not going to win this game legit. Bishop b4, king c2. If bishop c3, king b3. If rook c3, maybe king b2. My knight's trapped. Ugh. Like, even like rook b1 here or something. Alright, now my knight's free. I'm gonna hope they'll have pre-moved something. Nope. Right, they're gonna pick up my pawn, so now I can't win. And there goes the tournament for me. Even if I somehow do not get checkmated in time. And I didn't. But, no streak, no hope. Alright. I think queen e2 is what you're supposed to do against the elephant. I never know. Weird sidelines. Alright. We'll just trade off pieces. Got no advantage against this, dubious opening, but at least we're not in trouble. If bishop g4, I had bishop f7 and knight e5. That was kind of cute, but not relevant, of course. Okay. Develop the pieces. Make normal moves. Don't blunder anything. And chess games will go well. I promise myself. Of course, they're doing nice work. Not really sure where I'm going here. And where I'm going is into forks. Oh man. Okay. I'd rather keep my knight here. I hope they take my bishop. I think my knight can create more weird annoyances for them. Now I might be getting it trapped. But like knight e7s are in the air. Knights offer dreams. You can dream with knights. Their a-pawn's very good, though. Nice move. Yeah, I should resign. Ooh. Not under 2,500, though. Nope, I am under 2,500. This player played well last time. I thought they played a nice game. I think they played, yeah, something not with, yeah. One of them d-pawn specials, but they had a good feel for it. I'll take the diagonal that their e2 bishop is not on. I think quite often waits for knight h4 until black is castled, but they can just play h3, that's fair. Otherwise, like queen c7 might threaten queen h2 things. Okay. They're trying to remove my defender of e5 to then put the knight there. They'll play f4, I would expect. But if they do, then I will play knight e4, and they don't have a way to evict my knight. And I think I am going to take their knight. Maybe f5. Is that ridiculous? My claim is my knight is a really hard piece for them to fight against. Queen g4 was good. They should have played queen g4, because I couldn't defend both. Alright, my phone's ringing, but I am busy. Now that the bishop's not on f6, let's drive it away. Doesn't really have a good square. Support everything over here. Generally going to be swinging a bit over to the king side. I'm sorry about my phone. And let's keep everything defended. I did defend c5 again. Is f5 useful? Maybe, because I threaten knight f2 and then to take on h4. I guess now knight g3 and then to take on h4. Probably have to take rook so I don't allow like queen c7, though maybe I shouldn't be worried about that. Right. Let's hint at threats. Not real threats, though. I think they should have played queen e5 check. Alright, now I'm threatening g2, and I will bring extra attacker there, if possible. Trying to play queen e3. Just gotta go fast. Oh, that's not a good move to avoid checks. That in fact walked into them. Alright, got the win. Alright. If we can win 3 more games, which is unlikely, we'll get up to 26, which won't be enough. Alright. That is hopeless. Lowenthal Sicilian, this is my bread and butter. Hopefully I can do it well. Queen d3 is a little odd because sometimes it loses time to knight b4, and they're already making a concession in c3. Now their knight can't come to its best square, and I can activate pretty freely. Their queen's going to lose more time. We'll play bishop f5. I can meet bishop h6 with bishop g6. Should have played knight f4 when given the opportunity. Still can, though. Their bishop on e2 is loose. Knight on d3 looks very pleasant. Maybe push e4 next. Right. I don't think I have problems on the diagonal that I'm walking into. So I guess e4, maybe knight e5. Support the knight. I like to look at queen c5. The knight's very awkward. Can we just keep everything together? No, we cannot. Alright. I tried. Just wanted a stable advantage. Couldn't get it. Ooh. And blundered everything once again. Wow. Alright. Well, now we'll play quick. Can I chase the bishop? Alright, let's block the bishop's defensive e2. Maybe they'll hang knight e2. They won't, but maybe. I can dream. Alright, now I have a good pass pawn. What? I guess Christmas miracles do happen. Of course, losing my queen, not the best thing to do. Still over 2,500. I feel this has been a less cheerful stream than my normal stream, so if you're watching this and thinking this guy's bothered, well, you're kind of right. Okay, let's play a5 stop, or not stop. Play a little against b4. I think a4 is usually played in these positions and meeting bc5 with b5. This seems like it gives me everything, because now they have the bad c3 pawn. Can I play against it? If I could control c4, that would be nice. I don't really think I can, though. So they are going to be able to get rid of it. So not so much of a weakness for them. Yeah, just got a very normal position. Maybe I get knight c3 someday. It's defended now, but someday. Maybe knight f6. Alright, well, we have to defend mates. Alright, we have to step out of potential pins. Right, I don't want to allow rook knight c6. You have to be careful. Can I take on e4? Let's try it. I pin the knight to the bishop. If it moves, I'm going to play queen g6, I think. Yeah. In a way where I can't take the bishop. Alright. Now we're not in so much danger. Can come back, maybe play bishop f6. Okay. Fair enough. They did win a pawn. Knight c3, they can't play there because of this trick. All I got is tricks. Of course, that's not a good square. Ugh. That was bad. And under 2,500 again. Alright, I'd like another game with Matsui. I think that would be a nice game. Or Nikita, who crushed me last time. I'd like a chance for revenge. Not going to get it. Alright, I'll play the advanced variation. I think, especially in Bullet, I should stick with kind of simpler lines to play. Looking to play b4. Against this, just queen e2, knight d2. Bishop f8 is a little strange. Now I'd like to open things up. Because their king, clearly a target. Maybe knight, bishop b6 is the threat, not knight b6. Yeah, bishop b6. Thinking knight b6, but that is of course wrong. Maybe rook c1. There are a lot of discoveries around their pieces. I would like to keep queens on for sure. Queen e3 I think is the most useful square. But I did give them bishop c5. So that was a mistake. Alright, discovery on their queen, and I'm on f7. Bishop e7, queen g7. Probably just gonna... I should take their queen at some point, of course. Yeah, I guess now's the time. And take f7, because it's check. Always check, it might be mate. Right, let's come back. If they take, maybe knight e5 coming, threaten queen d7. I would guess rook f7. Okay. They defend d7 though, so there's... Oh, queen e7 was mate. Okay. I can find a mate in one if given 2 chances at it, apparently. Fourth. Not gonna make the podium though. Very sad. I think I'll play one more after this though. Strong opponent. I'm on the kind of move your pieces forward principle. That might not be very smart. I don't like bishop g4, I think that's annoying. Alright, how to get my bishop to a non-terrible square now. I guess it's going to come back to c2. Gotta be very careful though. Because d4 hangs c4, and b3 hangs e4, which is on my rook. So, very slowly trying to extricate. I'm on e5. a3, is this pretend activity? Probably. d4. Right, I'm not mated if they take there. Try to trade a potential attacker off and blunder a pawn. Nice spotting. Okay, they didn't take on d4. They have more, I guess, aggressive aspirations. Try to trade off another piece. Again, they probably could have won a pawn and chose not to. I will take on f5 and then play rook c1, I think. And go for that file. Just intending rook c1. Queen c8's a good move. f3 is a little loose, but also I'd really like to get my bishop into the game. They are not being generous in that regard. I threaten queen f6. Playing too slow. Let's try to very slowly get my bishop to a functional square. Okay, too slow. Nice game. Well played, Gilovich. Alright, we're going to play one more of these, and we're going to play well. Gonna happen. It's late. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. Hope you're having a good day. My chess seems to have deserted me, but I had quite a nice day. Spent it with the family. No family fights, but I don't usually have family fights. It's given some history books, which I will be interested to dive into. And what else happened? Not much. Played video games like an adult for much of the day. Yeah, that's about it. But it's nice. Christmas is a nice, relaxed day. for me. Till I blew 40 points off my rating. But, you know, can't have everything. Anyone we've seen before here. Dark Phoenix, apparently I'm 0-2 against. So hopefully I play them first round and can have some chance to avenge myself. A lot of this field I've done poorly against. Alright. Gonna try to be faster, because that's always the most important thing in Bullet. And a little more aware of, like, two-move tactics. Just focus a bit on safe moves. I did lose the game where I was talking about playing very safe, but we'll see if we can do better this time. Alright, we're starting up. Chance for revenge against Dark Phoenix. Play 1e4. They're an e6 Sicilian player. I do have trouble with these. Play a3. Huh. Makes sense. Maybe I'll castle kingside. It's not very ambitious, but I've been having a lot of trouble. They're playing nicely. I like this plan. I probably want to give up this bishop, not the other one. And then maybe bring my knight to d4. I have c3 under control, so they don't have queen c3, which would often be very good for white in these structures. Push the bishop back and maybe play for the d file. They're on a3. So knight d5 though, bishop c1, knight e7. Okay. That went okay. Not having a disaster yet. I'm on a6 and d5. Makes sense. I don't know where to put my bishop, so I'm going to kind of put it as far out of the way as I can while keeping it on this diagonal, so they don't have certain checks. I'm going to try to get my king to g3, because I feel like it's a bit more secure there. I gotta be careful. They have bishop e5 check. Ooh, they might. And by careful, I mean I am just completely lost. I can safely resign. Yeah. Nicely played, Dark Phoenix. Yeah, they got a lot of pressure on c2. When I castled the kingside, that ended up being quite loose, and I think when they played d5, that was nicely timed. And my a3 pawn got loose. I had too many weaknesses on the queen side without ever getting anywhere. Alright. We're getting well under 2,500. Which Sicilian will we see? Let's play bishop g5. Let's go for the sharpest. That's not correct, because with my bishop on g5, I have control over d5. And if they never have access to that square, it's very hard for them to free themselves. I'm going to make moves like queen f3, bishop c4, just keep a bind on d5. This pin's quite annoying for them. They don't have h6 and g5, because I just play bishop h4 and I have fg6. Alright, I guess I'll play rook d1, just to make sure I have control of d5. I don't really think I want to castle queenside, because the c-file feels weak to me. But I'd like to keep control over d5. That's supposed to be my big strategic advantage here. And I believe it, though I've definitely not played it right. They might have knight e4 here. Yeah, they do. But I have knight e4, bishop h4. This might be clever, but I'll play queen h3. They've gotten e5 for their knight. I think after an inaccurate opening, they have clearly outplayed me strategically since. Waiting a turn, seeing what they do. Can I take? Let's take... Not sure. Just gotta move. Alright, I'm gonna play knight e2 to d4. I blundered knight c4. I blundered this too. Right, let's take on f6. and try to find a way out. Rook d3. Ooh. Everything goes wrong. They can take on b2. That is worse. Gotta play g3 and king g2 where the pin is a problem. They're a cleverer, fast player than me. And I mated myself. Wow. Ooh. 0 for 2. Man. Alright. Yeah, Fate says the English attack setups don't really work against the Khan. I agree, and the move order was weird, but it was also very bad. Let's go for a Najdorf, because I never play that fast enough anyway, and I'm playing pretty suspiciously. Alright, so let's play e5, bishop e7, kind of Najdorf, standard Najdorf development, bishop e6, knight bd7. I don't think they have any threats in the center. Alright, I can take that. I like when they have to take back pawn, because then they have trouble playing against my weak d6 pawn. I'm on c2. Maybe come to e4. Bishop e7, what was inaccurate about it? I have already forgotten all the games I've played. Hopefully they stay lost to me forever. It might have been a perfectly good move. I'm not sure now. Probably should have played f5 there. Should look to expand on the king side. Yeah, now they can hold it. f6 is interesting, but okay, I'm going to try to stop them. They didn't quite have g4, but my knight's going to have trouble getting out. This is very bad. Alright. Now my knight gets out, though. Oops. Alright. Getting lucky against people rated 1,000 below you is always fun. Okay, we won a game. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Alright, the streak begins. I do need to work out something to do against the Khan, though. Never have. Alright, gonna grab the center. Why not? Guess I'll leave that a turn. Don't know if I have to deal with it. So if knight t5, knight e5, I have a rook e5 defending my knight. But yeah, I've given them this. Okay. Bishop h4 doesn't combine, bishop g5 doesn't combine well with g3 because the bishop doesn't have a natural retreat. Let's come here, just I d3, and keep b7 under control so my bishop can come out. Probably bishop c6 next. Is this not a discovery on your queen? Alright. People do like to play on. I'll just take stuff. Why not? Knight f5 check? Is that such a big problem? Play king f8? Okay. They have sacked 2 rooks on f6. No. Woo! Yes. Alright, we've won 2 in a row. We're back in it. 17th. The nice thing about arenas is if you can rack up like a bunch of wins in a row, even if you start terribly, you have some hope. But right. Let's go. Nope, didn't want that. All right, E3 poison type. My claim is that they're going to lose tempo on D5, and so they did. Have I achieved much for it? No, their position's totally fine. Bishop b6, I guess queen c2. No, queen takes b7, of course. I don't think I want to take that. I'll play rook d1, maybe prepare e4. Sure. Probably bishop g5 next. Because they don't have comfortable ways to meet it. For instance, this was not so good. Just come back. Probably queen b3, depending where they go. I guess now queen c4. They get the e4 pawn, though. Alright, so I blew this too. But I should be doing pretty well here. I just don't want to ever hang c3, and that's easy to do. And I'm now making more targets there. Maybe bishop takes e4 and knight g5 was better, because then I threaten knight f7. Alright, here I'll take an extra pawn. I can live with that. I guess now knight g5, threaten knight f7, rook d1. Kill me now. That hangs more material. I am tilting. Alright, what can we do that extends the game at all? I didn't want to play h3 because they just have bishop h3. Alright, let's avoid trades. If bishop f3, I guess I can take it, so I don't have to resign immediately. This just helps their rook get into the game, but what else am I going to do? I can take this with check. And then checkmate. Wow, I have luck-boxed everyone. Can you switch to dark? Sure. How do I do that? Preferences, background? Dark. Alright, we're in dark. Alright, that last game, though, was pretty horrible. Is this a rematch? Alright, against the King's Indian attack, I just set up with e6 and knight c6. Try to keep the d5 pawn defended and have enough control over e5 that it's easy for them to blunder something. It's hard to defend d3 for them. Alright. Simple chess. Too slow for bullet, especially when talking. So, simple chess. Do I want my knight? Nope. Let's contest the d-file. I have an extra pawn, but it might be a little hard to hold. Let's play knight e4, threaten knight e2 check. And b3. Alright, that only defended b3. Ooh. And we give them some back rank issues. Can I do anything fancy? Let's not bother. Can also take e5 at some point. Okay. Trade it all, and then push the a-pawn. And pretend they have technique to win up however much material I'm up here. Yeah, I do like the look of dark. I've never used it before. I may as well pick up their knight. It's a clear violation of Twitch etiquette? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. But I got a checkmate. That's cool. Alright. I will play with dark from now on to not torment people with... I had maiden 2? Oh no. Alright, well... I found some maiden 1s though. Maiden 2s are tough. It's above my pay grade. Can I take it? Let's come to e3. Maybe it has dreams of coming to the king side with g4. Alright. Solid. Does knight g4 do anything? I don't know. I can dream. I'm just going to throw all my pieces at the king side and hope that something emerges from the muck. Thinking about c4 and knight f6 now. Can take that, right? That just forks things. Alright, take this one and then move the knight. Maybe threatening to take on h5? Yeah, let's make this... Let's create losing chances for ourselves. Nah, I can believe that that etiquette says you should go dark. Alright. This is probably not the best sequence, but it looked good enough. Okay. Got a streak? Oh, we're in second. Wow. Completely undeserved. But maybe I can have one podium finish in this true disaster of a session. Alright, what are we going to see? D4. Let's go for a Budapest if they give us the chance. They did not. Alright, I'll do my normal boring things against the London. I had the chance to take on D4. I should have taken it. Because it's awkward for a white to take back. Curious how they take, because I think they can take both ways. Gonna try to be the boringest player on the planet. I don't really mind the doubled pawns, though, in this kind of position. It is annoying that my knight doesn't have access to b8, though, because that is where I'd like to put it. I was hoping for some kind of bishop b4, bishop a3 cleverness, but I'm not seeing it. Does bishop g5 do anything? Not really. But d4 looks a little loose. It's easier for me to attack d4 than it is for them to attack d5. Knight f3, e5 is a good response, though. I'll try to get rid of the doubled pawns. Shouldn't have allowed knight d7, though. Oh, no, I have bishop d4. Okay, good. Should have seen that, of course, before allowing this, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. Let's deny the knight that square in the future. And then probably knight c3 coming. If they had seen me play some of these middle games, they would not be as eager to go into an endgame, because I've been very suspicious. I like my knight on e4. I'm going to try to bring my king to c4 or e4. Active king, grab a pawn. Probably come to d3 and c2 if given the chance. Just keeping it simple. Now I just have to run them out of moves. I guess f4, f3, f2, f1 is pretty good. And can we do it with two queens? We won't find the most efficient mate, but we'll get there eventually. Alright. This is where you tell me I had, like, infinitely large number of mate in ones and found like a mate in 5 with the two queens. Dark Phoenix beat us in the first round. 3-0 against us against me lifetime. I always say us, the royal we. Should probably cut that out. Okay, let's play Fromm's Gambit. They do the classic avoidance. I don't think they're supposed to be able to grab the pawn. I'm not too worried about that. For instance, knight e5, queen d4. Let's play g5. Sure, I'm losing a pawn, but, you know, we've lost so much more than that in these games. What if we have some initiative for once? Alright, they're on the knight. Not sure what to do about that. Maybe knight f6, rook f1, knight g4. Very loose. Alright, they stop knight g4. Makes sense. Alright, I'll question the bishop. They keep it on the more attacking diagonal. Makes sense. I'll make sure that if queen h5 I don't have to lose tempo defending stuff. Probably want to trade off that knight if given the chance. Not given the chance. Is knight d5 any good? Try to trade off their dark squared bishop. They have checks with the queen. Doesn't actually win anything. It feels like I should have something. a5, a4 coming? I gotta go faster, so I'm gonna stop talking this one because it's a strong opponent. Or talk less. But I want to play a4 next turn. Oops. Didn't mean to go there anyway. Meant to go to e2. Alright. Nicely played. My king got very loose there. Alright. LOL. I assume we are laughing at that game. And dreams of first have been squashed because Sergey is on fire. Can I win a game, though? Let's go for a Budapest. Can we get a Budapest? Nope. Everyone plays the London. Alright, so the secret to doing good at tournaments is really have a good repertoire against the London and Collie. I think bishop f5 is not actually great here, because they have a d takes c5 as a response. Alright, let's develop. Probably play knight e4 sometime soon. Okay, I'll keep my bishop for now. Think about knight b3, some universes. Knight looks a little awkward to me. Oh, did I have g5 last turn? I probably did. Yeah, they see things I did not. Probably play for f6 and e5. Hit him with f6. Ah, clever. Hopefully they take d5 and hang a knight. They did not. Have to speed up. I would predict not that. Pawn's defended. For the moment. Alright, can they attack the pinned piece? No, but they can do that. That's clever. Alright, at least my rook got to a safer square. And they have the outside pass pawn, so this is winning for them. Or no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Why was I going with my king this way? I should have been rushing over into the action. Alright, gotta draw somehow. Just play 1 f4 in game 30 and study the Franz Gambit. Now I know what to do with black. Nothing can stop you now. Indeed. Yeah. That was not an educational game against the bird. Alright, this is my completely ridiculous line against... I should have grabbed on f7, of course. No, don't pre-move that, because I can lose my queen. It's happened before. Is f5 not winning a bishop? Did we get someone? I may have won a game. Now I'll find some way to get mated on the h-file after fg6. I don't think they should go h5, because they would want to open the h-file if they were going to mate me. Push the queen. Queen takes e4 or c4, I just take back and they're losing material. Maybe queen f7 coming? So how do they keep queens on? I'll take back bishop if I get the chance, because then I win g6. Oh, bishop e6 to d7, did that trap the rook? Probably. Trade all day. I guess get my king in the game. I don't really have good discoveries with the knight, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm not sure where their pieces are going. Okay. Trade all day. Never have I seen a trade I didn't like. Can't defend that pawn. Probably shouldn't remove that in case they play like bishop h6, but yeah. Alright, now I gotta not stalemate them. It's a check. If it's check, it can't be stalemate. This is the principle I live by. That is oh my god. I thought I had to play king b2. Oh. This is the worst. Well, I hope it's enjoyable for some viewers, because everything can stop me. I think I have an incredible rate of stalemating people with queens. It's just truly a nightmare. Alright, what's something fun to do? I want a Budapest, but everyone plays the London. Alright, so we'll go back into London stuff. Okay, what is the problem with bishop f5? I think it's dc5, yeah. Oh no, they know their stuff here too. Okay. I don't hate my... Ooh, maybe I should hate my position. Knight e5 coming. Ugh. Knight takes? Yeah. Alright, let's avoid losing the rook on a discovery. Bishop c7? Can they just, like, set up weird mating nets? No, because my knight can block on d7. Knight e5, bishop f5. Ooh, terrible, terrible position. But I might have time for f6, and I'm not down as much material as I could be? Is that something to brag about? It might be these days. Yep, fair enough. Alright, just gotta start getting some pieces out of there that are gonna win another pawn on d5. Okay, they didn't want to win it. This is the most hopeful position I've had this game, which is not saying much. Let's try to play on the B and A files. Hey, got a pawn. Somehow, I'm in a winning endgame, which is the strangest thing to ever happen. Of course, I meant to bring the rook to the square that made some semblance of sense, but... Alright, well... came close to clocking there, like. I would go with bishop f3. When bishop f3? When it made some vague sense? I don't know what position is being referred to. Alright, got a strong opponent. Gonna play... I don't know. I guess this should count as an English. Let's go e3. Also, not take so much time in the opening. They should take on c4 in these lines. They should still take on c4. They should not take on e4. This is kind of known to be, you know, a little better for white. Nice structure. I'm going to keep a pair of pieces, the pair of knights on. Queen d3 someday. Just got to worry about, like, knight c5s. Now they don't exist. Am I blundering e5 at some point? I don't think so. But now I'm just making passive moves. What am I doing? What am I doing? Knight c3. I don't actually have any... Because if rook c1, there's like bishop b4, a3, or rook d2. Just terrible squares. Alright, let's try to trade some pieces and stop confusing myself. How come other people understand what to do in positions? It's so unfair. Okay. I'm going to cement the knight on b5 and pretend it's a success. Pretend it, like, achieves something. Gives them the knight on b4 if they want it. Do I have knight a7? What I have is a running out of time problem. Right, that did defend my queen. Let's come to f2, just make sure there aren't checks. Of course, I'm losing all the pawns, but... I can attack the queen for a bit. Okay, I guess I can. Try to take on a4. There's knight c3, but then queen c2. Don't know where to go. They play knight c3, I blundered my queen. Too slow. Well, this was the day I dropped 100 points in Bullet. I hope it was enjoyable for some of the viewers. I think I'm going to call that a stream. Thanks for watching. Things can't go worse next time. Cheers. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. Happy holidays to everyone else. And happy getting off work to everyone, hopefully. Good night.